Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're watching a commentary video on League of Legends. We're picking up with part 2 of a video featuring Janna and my team in relatively bad shape here. I'm trying to hold this tower against 2 people on the other team, and I am not getting much of any help in the process. Now, for the moment, I see that I've taken a bit of damage, and I'd love to go after Tryndamere, but I know he'll just pop Endless Rage, even if I do manage to get him close to death, so there's not much I can do. Nunu's been harassing me with his Ice Shot, so I figure I've got a minute here. I'm going to channel my ultimate and just use it to heal myself. So I go from a lot of damage to back up to about 3/4 health. The only problem was I had to burn a lot of mana to do that, and so I'm not at all sure if it was the right decision. But at the same time, if I die up here, then we will lose our tower. I mean, this is just, it's as simple as that. If I die, then we lose the tower. And that would be extremely bad for our team. So I have to continue to hold this position as long as I possibly can. That's really my only goal here. Obviously, I'm trying to get experience. I'm trying to get minion kills. But the only really important thing here is hold this tower. And now Tryndamere is going to come out and be aggressive and take some shots from the tower. But I can't kill him. Because if I go out there, the two of them will double team me and they'll manage to kill me. Plus, I'm almost out of mana too. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting until my teleport skill you can see it has about 105 seconds left. I'm just waiting for that to get down to 0 so that then I can quickly port back to base and then teleport back. And I tell the team I could use some help up here. I can hold the tower for a long time, but I can't hold it forever. And here comes another Karthus ultimate. I should have used my shield to block that. I could have avoided the damage from that. But on the one hand, I'm almost out of mana, and on another hand, I am relatively new to Janna. This is my second game playing as her, so I'm still kind of learning how to play this character. Now, bottom lane has lost its tower, so bottom lane has really gotten in trouble here. At least I did a little bit better at last hitting there. Warwick is still off in the jungle. I don't really know what Warwick's doing. He got that 1 kill initially, but has done very little since then. Now Tryndamere is back, and he runs through our jungle, so I don't know exactly what he was doing down there. At least he didn't take the Blizzard buff or anything like that. But yeah, this is not a good situation. Bottom lane has basically gotten destroyed. Bottom lane has been thoroughly outplayed by the other team, unfortunately. We have been outkilled 7-1 so far in this game, and in comes Warwick. But Warwick is, engaging not at a great moment. Now, this is one problem. Warwick is only level 7. Warwick should not be level 7. He should be a higher level than this if he's jungled properly. He should at least be equal to the Tryndamere and Nunu on the other team. And if anything, he should be higher level than them because he's been out jungling by himself, and they've been in a dual lane the whole time. So fortunately though, with Warwick coming up here to hold the lane for the moment, that means I can at least go back and buy and restore my mana. So I go back for just a bit, and now I'll teleport back into the lane. But Warwick apparently ignored the fact that they were in the bushes. Nunu channels his ultimate, and in comes Cassidy and a Zillion, and he just gets annihilated. No sight ward there. And he says, LOL, I was typing. It's like, well, thanks, that's great, but that wasn't good enough. I use the Janna ultimate to blow them back and just try to buy a minute, a little bit longer. And fortunately, Cole uses the Shen ultimate, stand together, and gets in here. Now, here's the problem. Cole is only level 6, so you can see everyone else is level 9, level 10. He is, far under leveled, and because Cole has gotten so few minion kills, he's been out itemed as well. So it's going to be really easy for the other team to kill him. I mean, you can look at his life bar. You can see how much less health he has than the rest of us. Now I should be dropping my shield on Cole to try to save him. I do not do that, and that is my fault. So that's partially my fault that Cole gets killed there. But we're just in a really bad situation. Our tower is pretty much done here. The other team's going to try to get me, and I should shield myself once again, but I don't do it. Fortunately, though, I have just enough health to survive. Just barely. But that does mean our tower is going to go down. Nothing I could do about that. They brought 4 people up to the other lane. And of course, well, why could they bring 4? It's because they had already won the bottom lane. So now we're in deep trouble. Now we've lost 2 towers. Fortunately, Olaf did manage to go down and get the bottom lane tower with all of them up here. Now a bunch of them are chasing Mookie and pursuing him back here. 3 of them against Mookie with Warwick coming in. I'm going to drop my shield on Mookie, which will protect him And now Trinimir's running around with Endless Rage, but the instant that wears off, he's going to die, and I end up getting the kill. Now we're going to be able to counterattack because they've over-pursued a little bit, so I'm going to chase them, and I'm going to try to lead them with my Tornado, but the range is not quite enough. Remember, Janna's faster than anyone else because of her passive, thanks to putting that point in Zephyr. So I'm going to slow Nunu with Zephyr, and then I'm going to hit him with my Tornado, but there's nobody else there to help me get him, unfortunately. And our Warwick once again managed to get himself killed. So not too well done. Now Zillion's coming in, so I'm going to slow Zillion with Zephyr, and he drops a bomb on Cole, and they're going to drop Kassadin jumps in and hits him. I put my shield on Cole, but unfortunately it doesn't matter because Kassadin blinks up next to him, and then they're able to kill him with another Zillion bomb. Right here, I'm going to shield Mookie. Again, Mookie is the one doing the most damage, so I'm going to try to drop my shield on him and increase his damage output. Is Nunu going to be able to get away? I'm not, and here I go off to fight minions, so you can't see what's going on, but Mookie is chasing down the other team, and I don't think he's able to get anyone there. I think that they're able to get away. So a whole lot of chasing back and forth here. This is some pretty good action. I shield Mookie once again. Mookie is the highest level on our team, and he's doing by far the most damage because Mookie has gotten 1 million minion kills down there in the center lane, so he's got better items than the rest of us. Basically, my goal right now is just to keep shielding Mookie to increase his damage output, and that damage output from Eye of the Storm really is quite significant. Here's Tryndamere, and we get in a few shots on him, but Mookie pops his ultimate from Misfortune, and I'm going to use my ultimate to heal us back up, so we're all right back to full again. And once again, I'll try to shield Mookie, or I should here. I don't know if I actually did. Perhaps I forgot to do so. I certainly should have to increase his damage output. As far as Eye of the Storm goes, once it's all the way leveled up, you will increase the attack damage of whoever gets shielded by 50. So that is equal to a BF sword. So yeah, it's really quite noticeable. Increasing the attack damage by 50, it makes a tremendous difference. Also, once Janna starts getting her ability power up, at level 5, Eye of the Storm will block, let's see, 240 damage, and then an additional point of damage for essentially each ability power that Janna has. So if you get up to 200 or 300 ability power, you're blocking 500 damage with each shield, plus increasing the damage output. So again, the way I see it, Janna shouldn't be shielding herself. She should be shielding whoever is the big damage dealer on your team, your Ashe or whatever, whoever is the, the range damage per second character on your team. It just seems like that's a much more intelligent way to play this character to me, instead of trying to turn yourself into some kind of beastly tank. Anyway, as far as our team comp is set up, Olaf or Warwick could have been the big damage dealer on our team, but as it turns out, they weren't. As it turns out, Mookie was the big damage dealer, so I will be focusing on trying to shield him. Now we've got a little bit of a fight breaking out at mid. Again, the problem here is our characters are just so out-leveled by the other team. I mean, you can see Olaf and Cole are just a much lower level. I mean, Cole's level 7 compared to the level 15 that their other team's solo lane Karthus was. Just a very bad match. Cole is getting targeted again because he's low level. I shield him there to absorb some of the damage, and for some reason Tryndamere and Nunu are trying to come in here from the side. I don't know why they're trying to do that. They're right in range of our attacks. We try to get Tryndamere, but again he uses Endless Rage. I'm trying to stay behind the rest of the team and shield them. We managed to kill Kassadin, and then Nunu gets saved with the ultimate, the Chrono Shift ultimate. Unfortunately, in comes the Karthus ultimate, and that does kill Warwick. Again, if I had been a little bit faster on the shield, the Janna shield, I possibly could have saved him, so that's my bad. But as far as that fight went, I think we killed 2 of them, and only 1 of us got killed, so relatively decent, and we also managed to push back their attack. Now, the enemy Zillion's going to bomb me, and unfortunately, the second bomb kills me. Now, if you noticed, my shield came up just an instant before that bomb went off. I probably could have shielded myself and survived. And it's something that I learned when watching this video. I was like, hey, you know what? I really should have been using Janna's shield more often. I probably could have survived some of these. Anyway, looking at the scoring here, you can see Mookie's got a ton of minion kills, and so does their Karthus. Olaf and Shen, Cole playing Shen, just not enough, guys. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but 22 and 15 is not enough. You can see you've just been out-leveled and out-creeped by the other team, which is the main reason we're behind. Now we have we've been outkilled 13-4 thus far, which means we're pretty far behind. We're not in a good position here. They've also got 2 towers, and we've only got one of. Well, I guess it's 2-2 in towers. So in terms of overall map positioning, we're doing okay. But in terms of champion kills, we are definitely behind in this game, which is part of the reason why we're in a difficult situation. It's also not a good sign that out of our 4 kills, I have 2 of them and have assisted on 1. So I've been involved in 3 of the 4 kills our team has gotten. That's not a good sign because I've been playing solo for almost the entire game thus far. Really only in the last minute or 2 was I starting to get involved in fights. So yeah, that just doesn't say a lot of good things about how the team has been performing thus far. But fortunately, Mookie has now gotten off the phone with whoever he was talking to, so now we can start doing a little bit better. I see a team fight breaking out in mid, so I'm going to stop pushing the top lane and try to come in to assist and get up some sight wards because we've had an abysmal lack of sight wards thus far. Apparently no one was buying them, unfortunately. Warwick's able to slip in and kill the enemy team Tryndamere. He was trying to slip away after using Endless Rage. That means we've got a pretty good shot on their tower here, or we would, except that everyone seems to have backed off. I thought we were going to go for this tower, but then everybody backed off, so that means I'm going to have to back off too. Here comes another Karthus ultimate, and I should block it with a shield, at least on somebody, probably Cole, because he's got the least hit points. But once again, I don't do so, and that's an error on my part. That's me not playing Janna well. I'm going to shield Mookie to increase his damage there and help protect him, which helps him get a couple shots off. Now, Olaf, get out of there. You're way too low. Don't stick around. Right now, I'm just continuing to shield Mookie as much as possible. In fact, I should be shielding him again there. And I do manage to get off a shield for the second time bomb, not the first one though. So as you can see, the bomb goes off, and it basically does no damage to Mookie because I protected him with that shield. So anyway, I can see, I just know from looking at the item screen, Mookie's the one who's going to be doing almost all the damage. So my role on this team is blow people out of the way with my tornadoes, slow people down with Zephyr if they look like they're getting away, and shield Mookie over and over and over again. So once again, time bombs drops on Mookie, and I shield him. And that blocks most of the damage there. And with us taking some damage here, I'm going to heal up Mookie, so now we can push on this tower, which otherwise we might not be able to do so. So once again, here we go. That Nunu's way too low on damage, so Mookie's going to be able to kill him easily. And once again, I'm going to drop my Eye of the Storm, my shield. And so now that we've taken out that Nunu, we should be able to fire this tower and destroy it pretty quickly. Once again, I'll shield Mookie so that he can take down the tower faster. So well done, Mookie. Good job. What's Warwick doing? Well, once again, Warwick is not involved in what the rest of us are doing. He's just sort of off taking the enemy team's jungle. I guess that's okay, but by this point in time of the game, really the jungling stage is over, and he really should probably be with the rest of us much more so. So between the two of us, we farm the top lane and clear it. And I'm going to come over here, and because we have no sight in the bottom lane, I'm going to drop sight ward once again, trying to remedy our lack of sight. I see Warwick and Olaf trying to take the golem buff, and as I pass by, I'll just fire off a tornado to help them. Anyway, we are coming up to the end of this video, so we will see how this game resolves itself next time in part 3.
Back when we